Just so everybody knows, smaller runs more often. And that'll also include, I don't know if we're going to say this, but some of our newer drops too will actually have multiple drops of newer runs. Welcome everyone to another Monkey Business Monday.
Welcome.
Yeah. And there's Ray. So I don't even know if we need to introduce ourselves anymore, but I'm JT and there was Ray. So welcome to another episode of Monkey Business Mondays. As I said, Ray, how's your week been?
You know what? My week has been pretty good. Pretty chill, but busy, but good. How about you?
It's been good. It's been good.
Yeah?
I've been chipping away at reorganizing the man cave behind me. And
yes, very nice.
Yes. I mean, you can't tell, but like a whole bunch of stuff and computer equipment's going in along this wall here. And in doing so, I am still rearranging my MonkeyfingeR collection. I put it all, as I showed a couple of weeks ago in the Tupperware, but now I'm going through it a little bit more. What were you going to say? Sorry, I cut you off there.
I like to refer to your computer stuff as like the SpaceX version 2.
SpaceX version 2?
Well, you've got like towers of monitors and equipment and ridiculous amounts of stuff.
What Ray's referring to is, you can't see it, but yes, like this whole wall is all computer equipment, and I always joke that I could launch a space shuttle from here with all the stuff, so I feel like I could. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. But going through my monkey bit, so this is where I was going to go with that. I was going through my MonkeyfingeR collection, and I also happened to be checking out one-drop yo-yos this week for reasons that are not important, because I was going through my one-drop collection, actually. That's why it's
very cool.
And so I was thinking about one-drop, and I was remembering our good old Fire Devils. Remember that with the one-drop MonkeyfingeR collab? Here it is. This is Sailor's Warning. This is the original Fire Devil. You can see it because it's nice and smooth there on the play surface.
That's right.
And then I do actually have one of the version 2s as well. This is version 2. You can see the ridges there in the play, and this is Deadeye Jones.
Edition.
Yeah, Ridgeback edition, right? And Deadeye Jones colorway there.
Deadeye Jones.
Yeah, really like
we should put together, well, we were just talking about this before we started, but we should put together like a list of the weird colorway names.
Yes, we're always
that'd be kind of fun, hey?
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
Ray always has a lot of creativity when he comes up with names, so it's we were laughing about some of them, but anyway, so yes, there's a couple more from my my collection, as people have been asking for, and we got to get Ray, we got to get you to show some of yours sometime anyway.
Yes,
at some point. But yes,
I definitely will.
Let's what are we talking about this week, Ray?
Ready to kick it off? Well, listen, we got a new team member.
Oh, that's right. We got another new team member this week.
We got another
Ray.
new team member. So last week was Lewis. This week is Yeti B. So
actually,
Yeti
2 weeks ago was Lewis, right?
Was that right? Oh yeah, I guess it's been 2 weeks.
For every other week right now.
If you've been around for a while, you know exactly who Yeti B is. He's super involved in the yo-yo community. He lives on the West Coast or East Coast.
East Coast, yeah.
So he's going to be our official East Coast representative. So he'll go to events. He does judging. Like, he's in the loop for sure. And I thought it'd be kind of cool finally to have some representation on the East Coast. So if anything is within driving distance of him and he wants to go, I'm just going to make some stuff and we'll get a table and get some stuff rolling, which we've never done.
We've never done. So that's going to be awesome. An East Coast presence for us.
That would be great.
And speaking of the yo-yo competitions, just before the show, Ray and I were saying, we actually may try to show up next year to PNWR, which
I'm in.
Hilariously, again, it's going to be hard to believe. PNWR, when was that? When was the last PNWR that you and I met up? That was like, holy cow, that's a long time ago.
16, 17?
Something like that. That's the only time. People aren't going to believe that's the only time Ray and I have ever met in person. It was like
correct
PNWR 2016 or something like that.
Long time ago.
We've worked together for years. We talk all the time on the phone, but we've only ever seen each other in person once.
Yeah,
it's crazy. Right. It's crazy. Yes. So anyway, we're gonna try and be at PNWR next year is the current plan. So
that'd be cool. And we should make an event out of it. Like, let's do some like cool yo-yos
Yeah,
for it, or
yeah.
we'll sponsor it. We'll do
That's right.
something.
Yeah,
We'll do
some
something cool and
stuff for it,
special for it, like only for the show. Maybe we'll
That's
do
right.
some numbered off stuff, and
Yeah.
anyway,
We'll do so.
getting all carried away.
That was a
here.
long way of saying congratulations to Yeti B for joining the.
Welcome to the team, buddy.
Welcome to the team. So
yes.
So what other else we're going to talk about? So we had, I was saying to Ray earlier, speaking of the team, but actually more speaking about the zoo, the zoo community. One of the things that a lot of people have been talking about lately, and they talk about this all the time in our zoo Discord, is half swaps. That's been coming up a lot lately. It's coming up a lot. So, and the reason I bring that up is because Ray found a really cool picture by one of our zoo members this week in Discord. So do you want to talk about this, Ray? I'm going to throw it up on the screen. This is this a backstage pass? It's from Discord user SoAble. And here's a half swap backstage pass. Do you remember these colorways? You want to talk about that?
Yeah, I think the top one is Neo Tokyo, isn't it? Orange
I wanted to say that was. I was going to say that was
purple and
Edgerton. Egerton.
Is that maybe that is Edgerton? You know what? You're right.
I think that's Egerton or Edgerton.
That's
I don't know how to say it.
Yes.
And what's the bottom? Is that Kikazaru? I'm guessing.
I think that's a Creeping Midnight.
Oh, it's Creeping Midnight?
I think it's a Creeping Midnight. There's a tiny bit of black in the bottom right-hand corner.
Or was that CMYK?
No. That had pink in it.
Had pink?
I'm pretty sure that's Creeping Midnight.
Man.
But anyway, half swaps are cool. This one I actually was messaged about by 3 or 4 different people asking if I was going to do one, and they would buy them instantly as soon as we did. So maybe what we should do is we should plan for, we'll call it like a factory edition half swap. This was just from somebody who had both yo-yos and swapped them out and thought, this is cool.
We actually don't do half swaps. So all these cool half swaps are just the community coming together and just like swapping them out. So we should actually do that. That would be a great idea. We should do an official half swap where we make it half swap on purpose. And
I'll include that in the next
that would be
batch
cool.
of yo-yos I'm doing. I'll do something.
Maybe we can get the zoo to vote on which colorways are half swapped or something.
That's a good idea.
We'll have to talk about that.
Half of one, half of the other.
Yeah, that might
make
be
it
fun.
happen.
But anyway, half swaps. It's all the rage in the MonkeyfingeR Zoo Discord lately.
I love it. I love it.
Oh, and also speaking of the Discord, I was just going to let you know, Ray, that I can't remember if I told you this, Ray, but just in case I didn't, we expanded our buy-sell trade channel to include all manufacturers. Before we were just doing MonkeyfingeR. Oh, I did tell you.
Yeah.
So it's been great. Yeah, our buy-sell trade on our zoo Discord has been fantastic.
Everybody's in there doing their thing.
Yeah, everybody's super happy about it, and we've actually opened it up so people can trade anything, not just monkey fingers, and it's been amazing. We even added a price checking channel, and people have been using that to value, to help get prices to sell either in hours or on Facebook or Yo-Yo Expert or wherever, but also just to kind of get an idea of what their collection's worth, which people are really liking that as well, the ability to check that.
That's a cool idea. I really like that.
Yeah, it's been cool. So that's a nice little addition to the zoo Discord. Everything's been going really well in our community for that, and so we thank everybody that's been using it. And
that's great.
Playing nice, which is great.
Good, right?
Yeah. So exactly. So anyway,
listen.
What else
give me a feedback on the Arlo. Did you have
on
time
the
to
Arlo?
touch that this week?
So another thing from our Discord. Yes. So I'm just so everybody knows, I'm currently designing some of the graphics and labels for some of the special runs that are about to happen. First of which is the Arlo, which we've already told you about. And the reason we were bringing up the Arlo here is because I think it was just this last week, we threw it out to the community, our zoo Discord, about what MonkeyfingeR yo-yo model would they like for the Arlo drop. And it was either the Backstage Pass or the Gelada 2, because both of those are nice, round, organic shapes and would allow for us to tattoo on the Arlo graphics that we're planning. And basically, Gelada 2.0 just won by a landslide. So we're going to be using...
That's what it's going to be then.
It's going to be the Gelada 2.0.
All right.
For the Arlo drop. And then the other special drops we'll mention as we go, but we think people are going to really like those. And we're ramping up pretty quick here because the Frankenlab is now done, right, Ray? So any renovations...
I'm working on my last thing.
The last thing. So we're going to be ramping up.
I'm on my last thing. We're good.
Okay,
so the tanks all installed. Everything's good to go. Circulation pumps are all working. Lights are installed. Electrical's on the up. So I'm just working on the last little piece here.
So this is the most advanced the Frankenlab has ever been.
Oh,
and When we
Times
ramp
10
it back
good.
up, we being Ray, 'cause I'm sitting 3,000 kilometers away from him. But when we
Yeah.
ramp back up, there's going to be a lot of cool stuff. Speaking of which, this is what we
Yeah.
wanted to talk about today, and we want to get a few minutes left. But Ray, okay, so Ray and I have been talking for months about
Brainstorming all the time.
About changes we're going to make, or how
Yes.
how do we want to describe this, Ray? Changes we can make to the way we do runs of yo-yos and drop and
Because
basically
there's some stuff that drives me crazy, right?
yeah, it drives. What is it that drives you crazy? And this is the
Okay,
big
so
complaint.
here it is in a nutshell.
Yeah.
So let's just take a look at the last pre-orders, okay? So 3.5 months to make them. So we dropped them. Yeah, it was 3.5. We did that drop at the
Yeah.
end of
It was long.
November, beginning of December. And they shipped in May. Right? The first
No,
week in
no.
May. Second week in May. No, what am I talking about?
March.
March. I'm sorry.
March. Yeah, wow, that
So
would be a
March.
long. That would be a
That's
long.
a long
run.
time. I was like, I went on
But
3
basically, it was
holidays
3
in there.
months. It was 3 months.
It was 3 months. But you know what? What happens is MonkeyfingeR as a whole is a ghost town in between. Like we
Yeah.
do the trickle drops, but there's nothing happening except for me playing catch up and trying to
Right.
fill everybody's orders. Which you know,
And it was the
it
same.
drives me crazy because
it
there's nothing going on.
It was the same 2 years ago when we did the backstage pass. It was a huge
It
number
was.
of yo-yos, but there's nothing happening. Very little happening in the stores in between. Right? We have a big drop and big drop, and a kind of a dearth of activity
And then
in between.
nothing.
So we want to change that, and we're
Yes.
running out of time here, Ray. Real quick, what are we
Okay.
going to do to change it? We're going to
So we're gonna have let's shoot for drops like every 60 days. And I
Yeah.
know that sounds like a crazy thing, but the only way for that to happen is just to make the drops just a little bit smaller, but more of them. So at the end of the year, it's the same amount of yo-yos hitting the world, but we get to do it way more often, or sooner
That's
than
right.
every 8 weeks,
So-
right?
so-
Like that's the plan.
Well, we had talked about again putting Ray on the spot. 6 to 8 weeks between them.
Yeah,
but,
6 to 8 weeks. So,
but
but if I go long, if they're shorter, then
yeah,
that's awesome. Then we
So-
overperform, right?
that's right. So so just to sum up for everybody, just so you understand, what we're going for is moving forward with the new Frankenlab. We're going to be doing more runs, smaller runs more often. So there'll be a much more steady.
Yeah. But this doesn't
Trickle-
affect.
not- I wanna say trickle, that's a trickle
drops. This
but
this
a more
doesn't affect
steady-
the lotteries.
Like release
This is
schedule.
That's right. That's right. Because let's just say we're talking about this half swap thing. Okay, so if I'm working on stuff, we talked about it. Awesome. I can start next week, and then next thing you know, 30 days later, we're doing a half swap.
That's right. That's right.
Drop.
So,
But
so
without
that's-
that, it's 3 months away.
Yeah, exactly. So we're going to give you more information about this as we start doing this, but this is the new
Yeah.
idea. Just so everybody knows, smaller runs more often, and
try
that'll also include, I don't know if we're going to say this, but some of our newer drops too will actually have multiple drops of newer runs. So, but we're still figuring all that out. I may have just let the cat
Yeah,
out of the bag on that one, but
So, well,
hopefully-
here, let's just chat. This one's going to go a touch long, but let's just chat about
Yeah,
that. So,
okay.
what do we got coming up here? We've got the Pixel Ape. Okay.
Pixel Ape
So
helium.
instead of having this massive Pixel Ape drop, let's do 3 medium-sized drops and involve the stores
That's right.
3 times in the same
right.
year, rather than just 1 year in between these mega drops.
That's right. Yes, and that's the other thing. What Ray just said is something we've really been talking about a lot about recently. We really want to start getting our stuff back into the stores
Yeah.
outside of our own store. It was
For
something
sure.
we really want to get them included, because we've sort of fallen away from that because of these bigger runs like the pre-orders and things. So smaller runs more often, seeing our stuff back in the other stores beyond our own. That's what you can expect. Yes, as example, Pixel Ape is going to be released over 3 different, maybe more, but up to maybe more. We don't know, but like 3 different runs and drops for the Pixel Ape helium as an
Right.
example. So anyway, we've definitely gone way over on time
Way
this
over.
time. So we
That's
got to
it.
get out of here.
I'm
Thank
fired.
you for joining us. Thanks, Ray. You'll hear more information about that.
Thanks, buddy.
And yeah, let's just get out of here. So thanks,
Man,
everyone.
This is like an action-packed episode. Thanks,
Action-packed,
JT,
yeah.
for putting all this stuff together. I
No
appreciate
problem.
it. Have yourself a good week. Thanks to the community.
That's right. And thank you, Ray. And we'll see you all next time.
See you, buddy.